What's up and welcome back to September's Super Grand Champ. I am Kimball. This is
Chris Tilley.
Chris Tilley. This Cooper tunnel. Who made that beast?
Some old guy.
Your dad, man. What's funny is he thought he was doing everyone a favor, making it big.
Yeah, I think it caught some people by surprise. 2 months in a row on this.
David Wampler, looking like a beast.
Just a hook there, is that right?
Yeah, look at that T-shirt though. More importantly,
is that Matt holding her phone?
Matt.
Ingrid there. Short shorts.
Beautiful day turned out. Hurricane aside, we're happy to do it.
Who's this asshole?
So what's up with this stage?
It's actually kind of a technical stage up front. Some fast stuff on the right, a little bit of aiming on the left. A little Cooper tunnel that will catch you by surprise. A lot of aiming.
You roll through this first position pretty quick.
I shot a little different from most. I shot to the left first, and then the closer, faster paced targets, and really got fortune in the middle part. Was able to roll through position good.
That
last
steal.
Position, yeah.
That steal, right?
Yeah, the last position there was 11 for 11.
Looking clean at the end. I'm not sure about your time up the stairs. We talked about why maybe there was some time you could save right before the stairs, right?
Yeah, I'd like to move a little more through that penalty target before I went up the stairs.
I think we have your audio coming up right here.
I think the biggest thing is I really took advantage of my closer targets I didn't have to aim much on, that I could still get to alpha and really push hard on. Getting out of position on the first and the second position is where a lot of guys started on those targets. I ended on them, was able to get out of position quicker. And I think that was where a lot of the time difference will be for my division.
You still feel that way?
Yeah, you know, I'm also, after looking at it in retrospect, just loads were good. There's first stage of the match, and I was pretty happy, honestly. I don't think I gave too much up for time-wise. I could have shot a few better points, but still, I think I won overall on the stage of production. Yeah,
definitely. Having looked at the footage, too, I noticed you're beating guys at the end of the Cooper tunnel to the beginning of the stairs. A lot of guys were cutting it up in too many positions and getting hung up, dropping points per second, right?
Yeah, the Cooper tunnel actually slowed a lot of guys down. They came out of it with the gun down or went into it slow, and it did its job. It slowed you down. It made the hit factor a little lower.
Now, usually you sing about load and go or load when you get there, and on this one you chose to make a couple steps and slap the load on the way. Is that just what the stage needed?
It was one of those things. I'm pretty happy with all the tactics on it. I couldn't find a better way to find the load. I looked at all the positions to get it in there. I don't know. I was pretty happy again with everything I did coming out of here, finding the sights, really aiming on the mover. The load here, just trying to keep my feet moving. I think I almost moved too much. I'd almost rather stay back further and even made the shot a little harder just to keep my momentum going. And that would have got me up the stairs faster like we were talking about before.
Yeah, and the results don't lie. Like, the distance between you and Travis, who's reasonably competitive at this level, it's severe. It's a position and a half.
You know, he had a couple issues at the beginning, a couple makeup shots and transitions, but I just outworked him on really the tactic. I think the beginning he chooses to go to the right side and then the left, and I think that actually slowed him down.
Now, I've noticed on average you tend to wear shorts that are 2 to 4 inches longer than Travis's. Do you think that contributes?
You know, if he wore the same size shorts I wore, he would be at least 20% slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it fair? Is it sportsmanlike that Travis can wear such short shorts?
Well, you know, it's something maybe we need to talk about putting in the rule book. And, you know, I've got some shorts I'm going to bring out at Nationals here that's going to get me that same percentage. But I don't know if I can pull it off this time.
A little rusty on this stage. I've been traveling a lot for the past 3 weeks, so it was really the first time touching a gun, but good stage. It's fairly aggressive towards the end. Started picking up my sights a lot better, so ready to put this one behind me and rock out for the rest of the day.
Okay, now I liked his footwork as he approaches the entrance to the actual barred portion of the Cooper Tunnel. His footwork's solid, right? I mean, he's an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, he pushes his way through that pretty good. He's taller than your average guy, too, so that was definitely harder than most everyone that's out there. So the front's where he lost the time. Right there. That was big. Not being able to roll through that first target that he shot.
Now, we're going to see different tactics on that rear right target. Do you think Travis handled it the way you want to see it handled?
I think so. I think everything was good. Really, the only thing that I saw was the makeup and a little late on that middle section reload going to the platform.
If we were going to give Travis something to walk away from, just him completely as a shooter, I've noticed you've mentioned his practice schedule. He just needs to be on the range more often.
He wants to. Talk to him about this. He knows he needs to. He's got to figure out a way to make it happen. Or it's just going to take longer than what he wants to actually get to where he wants. But, looking at video, being more economical in this practice is going to be a big part of that as well.
Now, with Nationals coming up, do you think he's a hopeful for high placement in Master?
If he keeps everything together and, he really pays attention to every detail, he could make where he wants to. He could be top 16 for sure.
I'll tell you again, the difference is stark between your deliveries here. It's a position and a half on the back stretch.
It is. I mean, right here where he is, he's going to do a load. He almost takes a step and then does the load. I don't think that helps him. And again, at the beginning, just the tactic and also that makeup shot. I think that's really the big difference in time.
Well, here we go. David Wampler, another travel team member. Happy to have him. Shooting open today. He shot both days. And I know he's not happy with this performance.
His second target there was actually through a small crack there. I don't know if I would have done that. I think the second day he actually did. He shot over top. I think the result was much better for him.
Quick up the stairs. Another athlete. It's great to have guys that are working on their fitness. Looks clean, good posture. That hat nearly clipping the Cooper Tunnel.
He's really pushing hard at the end there of the Cooper Tunnel to get out of there. That was pretty good. He kind of almost got caught being static and moving through there. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive if he chose one.
Here are you and David. You running production.
See, I got out of the front there a little bit quicker.
He breaks a shot on steel faster, but you're hanging with him through the back stretch. I mean,
he shot those penalty and that close target a little farther back. He was able to carry that momentum up.
Now, I know we're in contention, but I timed this to be the same sync for the first step. So you guys take the first step at the same time, and I swear he inches out at the top of those stairs.
Oh, come on. He had momentum going up there. I was flat-footed.
That's right, that's right. Again, this Stairmaster Cam brought to you by Name Your Own Prize 48-Hour Video. All proceeds from Name Your Own Prize 48-Hour Video go to the Super Grand Champ prize pool. James Turner, your last month Super Grand Champion. Oh, that hurt me to see that.
He forgot what was going on there.
Oh, no. Oh.
His gun forgot to work.
What happened, James?
Oh,
God. Oh, again.
Oh, man.
And I want to say he quits. He just quits, right? I mean, the pace changes, movement gets erratic, and he takes himself out of the fight.
Yeah, he definitely slowed down a little bit.
Well, I had a great run. Unfortunately, the steel wasn't set on my first run, so I had to do a reshoot. The wheels kind of came off on my reshoot. Had a good jam to start. Shot a couple no shoots. Very polar opposite of the first run, but nothing really right now. I mean, well, one of the biggest things is just staying low when I'm shooting. That's one of the things that I've constantly been working on. Yeah.
Staying low while he's shooting, and he smokes the Cooper Tunnel. I'm pretty sure he's a whopping 4'6", and the fact that he hit that's unacceptable.
Was he jumping when he went through it?
It's hard to tell. He's moving so fast. Travis putting in work on the tablet. I heard there was an issue with the tablet. We aren't quite sure what happened. The tablet gate incident report has not come out yet.
I didn't think we were allowed to talk about that yet.
I'm sorry.
Is this Wampler beating up on him?
This is indeed David Wampler, Super Grand Travel
Wait a minute.
Team hero.
Was James taller there?
It's debatable. It's debatable, and we're going to have to review the tape. We were called out recently by the Trailer Park Trigger Slappers. They think our whole team is under 5'8". I cannot confirm nor deny the height of our teammates.
Man.
No.
Listen, it says at least 5'10" on my driver's license.
That's right, and that's fighting words. All right, we'll see you at the next match. I'll tell you, we couldn't ask for a better day. Given all the rain and everything, it turned out great. We have Sean Collins. Sean Collins was kind enough to travel all the way from Philadelphia to participate.
I think all of his ammo made it down here, too, from UPS.
It almost didn't. Guys, when you send your ammo to the range, please package it appropriately.
A little late on his draw there, with his hands coming together.
Yeah, and Sean, if you're going to rewind that, I think you'll see there's significant trigger push or some sort of preparatory movement on the trigger, and that's got to go. Also, I'm all for first-person video, but the Teletubby look, it's too much. Mount that on your Pro.
Well, right off the bat there, I still can't get out of my mind how his hands came together so late on the draw. That really created a lot of issue.
It's mostly just trying to improve the speed. When I shot Area 8, I looked at JJ, and JJ had 6 seconds on me and a handful more alphas, so really it's just trying to tie everything together, have my equipment work properly, and just not ever stop, go stationary and shoot at targets, just continue moving. And, on reloads, the last time you guys did a video, Anderson was really harping on not bringing the gun down, so trying to keep the gun up into the reloads and bring it back on target.
Like, here's the deal, Sean. You got to get behind the gun. You need a forward weight bias. We got to mount the hands in a more aggressive manner. Potentially give some slack in the elbows, too. He's really locking it out, elbow to shoulder, and it bothers me. Does that bother you?
It's a lot of upper body, but it seems like his grip is really late all the time. He's presenting the gun sooner than his grip pressure's there.
Okay.
I'd like to see his grip pressure come up as he presents the gun, not present the gun and then get your grip pressure.
Right, then building grip.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The more we look at footage from shooters all over the nation, I'm realizing a lot of guys don't understand grip. I was one of them, right, before I met you.
They understand it. They're just not doing it.
Okay.
It's in their mind what they're doing, and what they think they're doing and what they're doing are two different things.
Dave Murphy.
Yeah. Well, is that the finger moving in that trigger gun?
Okay, yeah, so it's funny you mentioned grip again. We have this issue going on where the grip is lax enough in one hand but tight enough in the other for the trigger to... The running of the trigger is contributing a lot of noise to the front sight, right?
There was a lot going on there at the front there. It looked like that weak thumb was flipping around, that trigger finger was flipping around here. Yeah, that was a lot of trigger work there. It's like too much finger on the trigger and too weak of a weak hand grip.
Okay, so if we move away from that and analyze the second segment, how do you feel about his movement?
His footwork, you can tell he's actually done some sports in the past, growing up and such. He moves well. He moves from the lower body pretty good.
So, I don't think my execution was where it should have been through the transition to the far target right before the Cooper tunnel, and then the speed of deliberate action coming out of the Cooper tunnel. The rest of it I think was pretty good. Took 3 shots at the back steel. I think that was grip coming up the stairs, not respecting it. Other than that, I liked how it went.
He really does. He moves pretty good. He's not taking too long of steps. He's not taking too short of steps. Heel toeing. He keeps the weight in front of him. I think a lot of issues just in that weak hand grip pressure and that finger on the trigger. He's really, I think he's able to overcome a lot of ability with pulling that trigger hard. So some trigger work. I'd like to see him pull that trigger straight back, but with less finger on the trigger.
And we have more video coming for David. He's one of our Super Grand Squad members. So I think it's something that we teased out in the practice the following day were these issues with building the shooting platform primarily in multiple target arrays.
He's doing a lot of good stuff with his footwork, and that's hard to teach. So, you know, when you naturally have that in there, you definitely have some promise.
And his hair looks great. Ingrid, thanks for coming back out. Happy to have her. She has shown more improvement, I think, in the past 60 days than I've seen out of myself in 5 years.
A little crazy on the transition there. That gun chicken went from target to target, not scoop down to that 6 o'clock, pointing at nothing and then back up. But
now, that being said, the last time you saw her, you wanted her more behind the gun. I think we see that now.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. She is improving drastically here. One thing I definitely got to get her to do is open her mind up to moving those feet and pulling the trigger. She's got to do some more moving and shooting. She's really accurate. She'll outshoot most of these people in a group. But, you know, with a little bit of the stress here, stuff like this happening, you know, that's what she's got to get over. She's just got to get used to this more.
And that's acclimation. I mean, in all fairness, we're talking about her second match.
Exactly. Not just second match, but, you know, this kind of shooting period, this is like her third or fourth time on that range doing it.
Right.
She beat a lot of guys there. You know, she's hitting the target better than some of the people. We got time to, you know, to save that's going out there, but that's going to be easy to do. Again, just rolling through these positions and me not maybe changing right while she's on the line what she's getting ready to do.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We get a lot of questions about, is Super Grand Champ geared at individuals who are primarily competing for purse money. And the fact of the matter is, there's more to be gained from entry-level shooters.
The main thing is staying present, doing the visualization and actually following through with what I had visualized, and being aware of where my shots are actually. Chris said I relaxed once I had the procedural error, because I was like, what the hell do I do now? I've never done this before. But yeah, it felt a little better. In the prep, tried running through it 3 different times in my mind, and then at the very end, Chris is like, why don't you try it this way? And he keeps doing that to me, but I probably should have gone with the one I had.
I'm going to have to agree with Ingrid. You're the source of most of my problems.
You know, I agree with her on that, but that's an ability that you're going to have to get. You know, if you want to go and you want to dominate in your division and your class, you need to be able to change your plan. You need to be able to see something that's better that you didn't see before, that when you're walking through 15 or 20 times, and that one time you see it, and then you're up in a little bit, you need to be able to go in the back, close your eyes, visualize it, really burn it in, and be able to go and do it.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Flexibility.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that's what you need to be able to do.
Even David Murphy is taking some pointers here. So we'll have some video out to Ingrid later on in the week. Jeffrey Lugwood.
He's getting ready to go paste?
Northeast shooter. He's getting ready to paste. That's right. He's going to run this run with a paster tail on the front side.
Paster tail. I'll tell you something about this guy. He's definitely got the heart of a Grandmaster, but he's not watching that little guy on the front of the gun called the front sight too much.
You call him little?
You know, not James.
Okay.
Mr. Front Sight there. I'm seeing a lot of times he's shooting at the target instead of trying to hit the target.
Now, we talk about the forward weight bias, and I think we're seeing that in excess here. Oftentimes, his torso is so far extended beyond his hips, it moves his center of gravity, right?
He's swinging that upper body around a lot, and it's all forward, and it creates some odd movement that we're actually not used to seeing. It's aggressive movement,
right?
But it's kind of in the wrong way.
Now, it's interesting. He's building that exaggerated forward weight bias even in his choreography.
You even see it just there. I mean, just his hips and shoulder alignment is way different from most people. I mean, he's a good 8-9 inches in front of his hips or the shoulders.
Yeah, and Jeff, I encourage you to rewind to the beginning of the run and watch what your grip pressure does when you transition left to right. The muzzle actually comes up a few inches. And I think this is going to be an ongoing issue with guys that aren't used to that form of training.
Yeah, his hand was on the gun, but the grip pressure came off and then back on. Absolutely. And we see that. That's almost everybody's problem.
Keanu Sai, Saturday Limited overall winner. Took home some purse money, a couple $100, something like that.
What was that transition there in the drive?
God, and I just have to say, these guys get their haircuts from a great barber, right?
Where's he from?
Maryland? Yeah.
Maybe I have to fly up there and get my beard trim and my hair.
And those shades.
Does he get to try this one again?
I think we're about to do a do-over.
Yep.
The setup on the swinger really challenged some minds.
Yeah. It was a hard one.
I think there was a stick involved.
I really didn't like shooting through that crack there. I'd like to see that tactic change for them. I don't think it cost them anything to shoot over the top of the Cooper tunnel while they moved through there.
I thought you told me it was about the barrel.
Well, it's the whole crack. It's not.
You're just trying to save money on a barrel. Keep shooting through the crack, guys.
Well, he's not going to have an issue finding that target over top of that Cooper tunnel.
Is he 8 feet tall?
I think he's 8.5 feet tall. The top of that Cooper tunnel wall there is 12.
Okay, so I saw something glaring with the grip, and I know you saw it. Please just say it. What's going on?
You know, it sounds like a broken record on that. It's just the grip's coming on late. The grip pressure's coming on late.
Okay, now look at the left-right disparity in the arms, right? So his left elbow is angled down and outside to like 45 degrees, and his right arm is nearly full extended. And I want to say this causes an abnormal sight tracking.
Well, you tend to see that with guys that are cross-dominant, and I don't know if he is cross-dominant or not, but ideally, you tend to see the arm extension opposite of that. Your left arm's more extended. Your left arm's in front of your right arm, so it should be out further. So when you see somebody that's like that, you tend to go, okay, as an instructor, you go, well, that guy's cross-dominant. He's pointing to the left side of his body being right-handed, or vice versa. But I'm not even sure with him. There's a lot of stuff going on with his grip that we just needed to address there. I think it's his placement. His placement's a little low, but his grip pressure is changing on and off, and how he's applying it.
Mark Santos rocking the Backyard Barbecue digital Super Grand t-shirt, looking great.
Yeah, it's sexy.
It says, like, I'm here to party. Kind of.
Pretty good start.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks solid behind the gun. Posture looks good. Mark, in general, is a slower shooter, though.
Hit that, man. That's too bad. You just can't... His position was a little too short going in, but he's going to get lucky here.
It's do-overs.
Yep, that stick.
Yeah, so let's walk those split times down. Simple, like stand and shoot classifier type drills, I think.
Whoa. Was he hopping?
That just happened.
Wow. But
that
he got through it. He got through it,
that
though.
Just happened. I can't go back.
He didn't hit the stick, though.
You know, they say you can't unsee what you've just seen.
I don't know if I've ever skipped through a stage like that, but...
I'm glad we didn't put that in slow motion. It's helping me forget.
He also changed the way he started that stage. Before he started on the right, then his reshoot started on the left.
Tim Wilson.
I think that was good.
Tim Wilson, last Second Amendment Super Grand Squad. Thanks for coming out. Also our last shooter in this video.
Let's see what he does here.
Okay, so we're seeing that left-right disparity again.
I like this tactic up front. You know, I like shooting to the left. I'd like to see his upper body be a little more relaxed in his shoulders, and he's leaning too far forward.
Yeah,
there.
potentially more upright, hollowing out.
He's leading with the upper body and following with the lower body. His feet are too close together. It seems like a constant stepping motion with his footwork.
Now, it's hard to tell with the tint on the glasses, also the vantage of this tripod shot, but he seems to be riding the sight. Am I right? I mean, he's not looking through the transitions.
Let me look at that again.
I said tint, and of course they're clear, but...
See, even the start here, all you had to do is be in between that start stick. His hips and his shoulders at the beginning here. His hips are one way and his shoulders are towards the target. I want both hips and shoulders towards each target that you're engaging.
Well, maybe you should release a tips and tricks video of how to handle some of these common USPSA problems.
Well, we're doing the best we can. Look at those shoulders up high, though. A little too high. He's moving fairly good with the lower body, but his feet when he leaves here, that's what we're going to pay attention here.
All right, and I'm insistent on it. I'm nearly positive you're riding the front sight, Tim.
Right there he was good. So in his close transitions, yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? He's watching the front sight over to the next target.
Upright on the reload, settles back into that low hunched over position to re-engage targets. And obviously we're nitpicking things, Tim, but it's a point. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Guys, check back tomorrow, the day after, and the day after again for more stages. They're each going to be about 30 minutes long, Chris.
All right, we'll make it happen, Captain.
That's right.